Oh, great. I haven't been recording. This is really ducky. Okay, I'm going to do this over again. You guys don't have to stay on. I'm going to answer your questions and I'm just going to re-record this. Okay, great. I thought I was recording. All right. Anywho, let me try to get back in here, Susan, to figure out.
Ooh, can you hear me now? It says I'm talking, but now I can't hear you at all.
Can you hear me?
Ooh, yeah. Can you
Oh,
hear me?
yes, I can. Hallelujah. I think
Okay.
I've accomplished something today.
Really?
Major. Yes, I tell you.
This platform is a little complicated for me. I've never tried to run a webinar on it just because I don't quite understand how it all works.
Trust
Anyway,
me, I'm there with you. Okay, I'm listening.
okay, so no, it seems like when I get on Amazon, I end up with these um, people who I end up with the right hand who doesn't know what the left hand is doing.
Yeah.
And I actually spoke to a guy in the FBA, seller help area who
Hmm.
said, "Would you believe?" He said, "We don't even know who's in the approval department."
Yep.
He
Yep.
says, "We don't have any idea who the people are who do the approval of the categories."
Yes.
And and I thought, seriously? You know,
I
I mean,
mean, yeah.
at the time that I was trying to get qualified for grocery was when we first started, and I was, buying like everything from Dollar Tree, and
Mhm.
so I was getting stuff. They had that 4.95 shipping
Mhm.
special, and so I had a whole bunch of stuff shipped for 4.95 to my house, and of
Mhm.
course now all of those receipts have expired.
Mm.
Long time ago, those receipts are all expired.
Mhm.
And but I had all this stuff shipped, and all I have is an online receipt. And they said, "Well, we don't accept online receipts." So,
Yeah. I mean, and they,
and
like
I'm
I
like,
said, they
how
used
do
to
I,
accept that.
and yeah. So then eventually, eventually I was able to finagle taking pictures of the same receipts, printing out the online receipts and taking pictures of them and sending them the pictures, and
Mhm.
when I qualified for beauty and healthcare.
Mhm.
But dang, this is grocery has just eluded me. Isn't there a charge for me to use Fulfillment Butler?
Yes, it is a charge to use Fulfillment Butler for their, if I'm not mistaken, their groceries. Don't quote me, but I think it is 250 to get.
Ugh.
I know, I know.
Mm.
Let me go look now. Matter of fact, let me pull them up on the screen. And I think what I'm going to suggest that you do. This is a hold on. Let me pull them up. Okay, Fulfillment Butler. Okay, here we go. Let me see what they're charging now. It's a real crime in a lot of respects because sign up. Let me see. I'm trying to find services. Here we go. Okay. All right. Yeah. Groceries. Oh no, it's only $50. Okay. See, I'm glad I
Oh, okay, that's
Oh,
good. I'm glad you
hallelujah.
asked.
Praise Jesus. Yes. Okay,
All
great. Yeah, we definitely want that one. So yeah, if you can do that, I mean, it's worth it. Because some another company, trust me when I tell you that figure I'm giving you is a real figure. Because before Fulfillment Butler, there was these other services they were charging no less than 250. So that's
Really?
why I tell everybody jump on Fulfillment Butler. The prices are amazing. Clothing, I mean, the amount of money people make in clothing and luggage and travel accessories, 225, 300, that's understandable. Okay.
Hmm.
225 for shoes and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's understandable. Now, when I did my own to get into shoes because I wanted to refute this whole approval thing because I thought, oh, you can do it yourself. The hell that I went through to try to get approved for shoes. Literally, it got to the point where as they knew me on a first name basis and they felt so sorry for me, they actually let me speak to the person that made the decision because I was
Wow.
like them. I mean, and though she said, I'm here right now, send it to me right now while I am here. I mean, I literally had to do what she told me to do, send it to her. She approved it. That's how I got in. Only because literally it depended on literally who you spoke to would
Right.
determine on what the criteria was, meaning it was up in the air, like you said.
It's
It's
true. It's true because when
horrible.
I went through two or three different rounds of getting qualified for health and personal care,
Hmm.
and it really, at the end of the day, depended on who who I had contacted
Hmm.
as to
Hmm.
whether whether my receipt. I mean, I ended up qualifying with the exact same receipts that I was rejected for several times.
See, I'm telling you, and that's so, and then that makes you really perturbed because of that
Yeah,
reason.
no kidding.
That
No
is so
kidding.
clear that there really is truly no standard procedure of determining one's approval. That you definitely get that inference. It's like a crapshoot. You got to throw it out there, and hopefully, you get somebody that like you and just pushes you through.
Are there any other um, categories that I ought to just bite the bullet
Yeah, you know
now
what? I'm
and
going to tell you. Well, I'm going to tell you what I've done. I always try to focus on those things because I have a success, rate type of experience, and that's why I know it's going to work. And the only one
mhm,
that I would say if you would make an investment into is now the hmm, if you had to pick between clothing and shoes, because both of them, clothing is 300 and shoes is 225. The
mhm,
shoe one, I'm going to be focusing on that. Matter of fact, I'm going to go out to Myrtle Beach, and they have, they're known for the capital of golf shoes and golf everything. So my
mhm.
goal is to get into selling golf shoes, but the shoe category is very hot, very popular. And matter of fact, between you and me, I'm working on a guy that's going to be doing DFYs for shoes.
Really?
And like I said, it's very, very, very lucrative. We got one guy that, and he's only doing what was it called? He's only doing oh, I don't know why he's only doing resale retail sale arbitrage. I can't believe I'm forgetting that
Okay.
word.
Mhm.
And he's
Right.
doing it that way, but he's made a lot of money. He has not even gone wholesale to do that.
Right.
So that's the only one that I can see. Like if you're already in health and personal care, right?
Correct. And I'm
Yeah.
already in beauty.
Okay, good.
and- Yeah, and those are
I
the
would
only those are
now
the
if
only
you
two.
want to get into clothing, I stayed away from clothing. The same reason why I stayed away from shoes. The only reason why I'm into shoes right now is because, and sunglasses is because I've gotten into the sun stashes, the ones that I'm sharing with you. They're technically sunglasses, but ironically, I'm selling those better underneath toys and games than I am.
Mhm.
Matter of fact, sun stashes is not even selling them well in the sunglasses
Sunglasses.
arena. They have a horrible
Mhm.
ranking. They're like in a 200,000 ranking. But since I created my own listings and I'm selling them in there, I'm having a wonderful experience because people are just accustomed to getting toy sunglasses for kids or for costumes in the toy department. So
Right.
I find that more lucrative. But like I said, that's the only one. And if I can say to you, wait to kind of bite the bullet because that's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? If that's something
Yeah.
that you're not interested in, until I'm guaranteeing folks that I got this DFY guy on board. that's going to
Yeah,
be
see,
sending that out.
I'd rather invest that money in Minions.
Because you're definitely going to get your money back, and also the other point I wanted to make, for $50 for the groceries, you can't beat that.
Oh,
That's just
right, right. I'm talking
yeah,
about 300 for clothing. I'm
right.
not that into it. No,
Yeah, yeah.
I'd rather spend that money on Minions.
Yeah, and I see the return rate factor with clothes and shoes and stuff like that, to me, is very high. And in
Mm,
essence, it is. But talking to a guy that, like I said, he did 300,000 in like 6 months in selling of shoes and
hmm
stuff like that, doing it retail sell arbitrage. But he said it's not as bad as people predicted to be. He pretty much has a decent return rate margin, and
hmm
he sells more than people return. As long as I
Oh,
got that inference, then I'm like cool with that, type of
hmm
situation. So that's why I'm really
right.
tapping into that arena. So that's the only one. And I did do sexual wellness,
hmm
because I did very well in that, selling condoms and lubricants and stuff like that.
Right.
But I got into that a little bit more. And I say hold off on that because, to be honest with you, I'm selling those same products in health and personal care. You know what I'm saying?
Ah. hmm
So you don't need to
As
do
a matter
that.
of fact, yeah, as a matter of fact, some of those items are even listed as categories in the health and personal care arena. So,
So I tell people you really don't need that right now. If I decide to do anything else, and I'm looking, and I don't think I'm going to do anything else in the sexual wellness area, then I'll let you guys know. If I have hit and home runs, you know me, I let you guys know. Hey, look, this is really working for me. You may want to tap into arena. But what I liked about the sexual wellness area, because it's such a like a quote unquote taboo area, it's less competition. You know what I'm
well, it's
trying
a
to say?
taboo area, and it would also qualify as a shy buy kind of
Right,
area.
exactly. And I really love that because I can really control, with all the competition that's out there, how many people, okay, and it's not Christian based. You know what I'm trying to say? I mean, that
Oh
takes
yeah.
away a lot of competition, and you could go and do
hmm
very, very well. Okay, so that's something
Yeah.
that you may want to consider. But like I said, I'll give a shout and say, hey guys, you definitely want to do that. When I say that, then it's a go, because you can piggyback off of some of my successes that I'm going to be doing.
Okay.
Okay. All
All
right.
right.
Any more questions?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Let me think.
Oh, I will say this, and if I haven't said it to everybody on this, is that I really want everybody to really, if you can, I want you guys to look at it like making an investment in a stock. And what I mean by that is, right now we're getting in the Q4 area, and now is the time to, if you can, like, if you have any money saved up in certain other areas and investments, now is the time to really stick it to and start buying things that is going to sell. Because even if you would, like, technically right now the rankings are horrible, and when I mean by horrible, I'm saying 100,000 and above, and you only would get a rate of return investment of 50% guaranteed. Well, let me rephrase that. Take a guarantee. I almost will guarantee you that when the Christmas, like for toys, for example, that Minion toy that right now is going for maybe $10, it's always gonna double during Christmas time. So right now, a lot of my products I have at the Christmas prices, and let me stipulate this: I'm selling them now. Okay. So I'm letting everybody know that now. Right now I'm selling. I sold out of my Thanksgiving blow up inflatable toys for 60 bucks a piece. I'm selling out of my, right now I've got these Lego Christmas trees. Got them for $1. I'm selling them for 12 bucks a pop. I'm selling out of them. I had over 100 something of those. They're selling like hotcakes right now. So right now I'm literally selling Halloween, Christmas, and Thanksgiving items in August, because people prepare now for their October, November, because they even know, good shoppers know, that right now they're going to get them at a good price. They know that they're going to double up. Those same items are going to be in October and November and December. They're going to be double. So they're getting them now. Okay. So I just want to let everybody know that now for sure. All right. So let's see here. I'm going to, if you don't have any more questions, I'm going to mute you. And I think that we've got William that has some questions. Okay. You good, Susan?
Okay.
And if you
Yep.
think of
Okay.
something, just raise your hand again. All right. Okay, William, how are you? You there, William? Can you hear me? I unmuted you. I can't hear you. Can you hear me? You, William, are you there? Let me know you're there. You, still over here. William, you there? Hi. You there? Can you hear me? I don't have a mic. Oh, you don't have a mic? Okay. Cool. Okay. What kind of numbers? What kind of numbers of minion goggles should we buy? 50 to 100. 100. That's a very good question. And once again, um, okay, let me tell you my numbers. I'm just going to let you make your decision. Like I said, the very worst case scenario is, keep in mind, those sunglasses and goggles are already hot now today in August. So I know they're going to be hot for Halloween, and I know they're going to be even more hot during Christmas. So when I'm promoting my Halloween products, I'm always telling folks, listen, you get a 2-for-1. If you're not going to sell them during Halloween, I guarantee you're going to sell them during Christmas. And more importantly, when you sell them during the Q4 season, you get what? Top dollar. So you're going to be able to sell them for a higher price while everybody else is, because everybody else is going to do what? They're going to sell out. So it's up to you. For instance, the last order that I just now purchased, I've already purchased about 250 of the goggles and 500 of the Minion with the yellow ones, because the company, and that's what you always want to talk to the company, they didn't have, that's why they sold out. They're right now back ordered. Okay, that's why we don't have them available now, and that's the reason why the rank is at 9,000, because of that reason. It's not that many in stock. So you can order 50 or 100. And like I said, you'll sell them to make a. And like I said, the only competition you have in our group as far as Prime is us. You guys are the only one that really know about it because of me. Okay. So that is up to you. So if you buy 50 times 5, that's 250. If you buy 100, that's $500. Okay. And like I said, don't forget to attach on the 50 cents for each one. But I'd be honest with you, I won't like, if you buy a large assortment of them, I'll be more reasonable, because I'm not trying to make a profit here. I'm just trying to just cover my folks. So I may be a little bit more flexible with that, but I got to put a number out there just so people know. Okay. Because I do not plan on getting the FBA business. Okay, good. Okay, any more questions? Can we repeat buys from you? Ah. um. Okay, this is what we're going to do. William, and also Susan, it's another thing that I want to tell everybody. I don't want to get in FBA fulfillment by Amazon, because that's going to lock me up, obviously, and my team up for taking care of my season, which, I'm going to be going all out, and I'm just revving up. I'm going to be more busy. So I want to honestly say no. And the only reason why, it will give you an opportunity to basically I'm going to give you all the information to the company, and you can order from them. Okay. The only reason why I'm doing this now, because most of you may not have your reseller certification. You're going to need that. So the first order, cool. That'll give you enough time to get your reseller certification number so you can call them up and place your own orders. Okay. Is that making sense? Okay. Yeah. So that's the main reason why the DFY is so great for you guys, because you guys are going to be able to get the wholesale opportunity through me until you get your own. Now, I did teach this about 3 or 4 months ago. So I need all of you guys to do that part of the program and just go online, and just punch in reseller certification for your state, you know, or country, and get that. And so that you can contact them. I'll even give you the email address and the person I'm dealing with that'll help you set up your account. Okay. Okay. All right, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm only doing it for the month of for the month of August. And then we should be back into the routine. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Do you find your wholesale warehouse buys online or do you go to them in your local area? Good question. Yeah, just recently, this one great deal I got, I actually found it for another student in their state. I was shopping, I'm not shopping, I was searching for them. And come find out, I found a really awesome wholesale company online and also locally. Ironically, I'm here in Atlanta. I got better deals, better respect, better, interaction. I mean, like one place was like here locally where I'm at was like, okay, if you order these things wholesale, you can't come in and you can't look at the products, you can't choose them. Heck, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to buy from you. Forget that. It fell on an application form. I threw that away. But this other company, the girl was so nice to me. The one in North Carolina, it literally takes me, is it 3 to 4 hours to go out there? A long time, yeah, about 3 or 4 hours. Because I'm, like I said, I'm going to tech. It's closer to South Carolina though, so it takes me about 4 hours to get there from where I'm at. But she was so accommodating. They let me go in. They were with me for like, I'm gonna say about 2 hours, going through the inventory, letting me look at the pricing and boxing and shipping and all that kind of stuff. Matter of fact, they're the company that's going to actually let me go in there because they allowed me to keep. And most companies get really antsy when you're keeping your pallets in there for a week or two. They want that stuff in and out. But they've been so kind. And because of the wonderful, customer service I receive from them, I'm going to do business with them again and again and again. And that's what you want to do. Yes, inconvenient, but I'd rather deal with them than deal with these local yokels where I can't make a profit. I got this guy, they're right here, they're right down the street, but I'm making literally, I'm not lying to you, 50 cents to $1 on each pallet that I sell of items. The profit margin is pitiful. But in this case, with this other company, I'm getting my 200% profit margin plus the great service. So it's worth the 4 hour trip. But I found them online. To answer your question, I found them online. Okay, I'm finding most people online, though I know that there's some great. I'll give you another example. When I went to North Carolina once again to help a student, um, they didn't know how to really communicate, and what I did, and I explained to them. I went to a liquidation closeout actual store. You know me, I want to go to the warehouse company, so I talked to the owner of the company because their prices, I really couldn't make a profit off of them. So I need to go to the source. And they was like, are you an Amazon or eBayer? So they were really receptive and friendly to that. And he gave me his exact contact. Now that doesn't happen all the time, but it can happen. And because he knows it's going to take away from his profit margin. But I'm like, look, I'm in the same business as you. Hook me up type of thing. And they did. Okay. And so I went from there. And then from there, from going to the warehouse, I went to the auction. And obviously the auction is better because they start off on a low bid. So the warehouse, you're going to get 50% off normally. At the auction, you may get a little bit less than that. And all that I purchased, we got 70% to 90% off of retail price. So we really like the auction a lot better. But keep in mind, I found out these places by going into local stores and talking to people who connected me with that person, who connected me with that person. So before I left that person's state and helping them out, I got them into an auction facility, I got them into a warehouse, and I got them connected to two wholesalers that they were able to do business with. And the only trick of the trade and secret was I opened my mouth and I asked. So that's what you want to do. Just go up and ask the managers of these stores, and then you can go down the rabbit hole. Process of elimination. Okay, where are you getting your products from? Who are you talking? Are they local? Where are they located? I can give me their name and their number and their contact. Woo, 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 woo. And then you find out more information. This particular guy, the only problem now, this is another. I'm glad you brought. I'm then glad we're discussing this because I did want to say this during this webinar. The only problem that I had with this particular wholesaler, he had 5 like warehouses. He was selling on Amazon too. So of course, all the stuff that I was picking out that was great, they was like, oh no, we can't sell it to you because we're going to put it on Amazon. So now I had to nix him out except for the auction platform, because he was doing the same business as I was doing. So I can't compete with that because he's not going to compete with me. Of course, if he can make more money selling that item on Amazon, he's not going to sell it to me for two reasons. Number one, he's going to make more money selling himself than selling it to me. And then more importantly, I'm his competition if I sell on Amazon, right? So when you find out people in the same business, you're going to move on. You want to work with people that are doing wholesale liquidation closeout, and that they're not trying to do eBay and Amazon, but they're trying to sell to those type of people. Okay. But let me share this with you. In the future, I am going to do either a webinar, or I got a product that I'm coming out with where I'm going to teach you how to get connected to those people. Okay. But because you guys invested into the big program, you guys are going to get that for free. And we'll put that in the Fortune by Azon back office. Okay. All right. Okay, cool. All right, so we're pretty much finished here. You guys are welcome. I'm going to unfortunately have to go back and do the webinar because I know people are going to want a replay of this and explain to them, because I did not push the record button, what we're doing here. Okay, as far as that's concerned. So I want to thank everybody for being on this webinar. Just email me, ladies and gentlemen, the items that you want, how many that you want of them. I'm going to email you back my my PayPal, and you can pay for it that way. And also email me your username and password for your Seller Central account. Okay. And you don't have to send that to me. Please don't send that to me as I sit back and think about it until I get your items in the mail and I'm ready to process it, because it'll be in 1,000 other emails that I've already passed through. So I'm going to need it in the most up-to-date time. But I'll let you know when they come in. I'll let you know, and then we will go from there. So the moral of the story is, William, back to your question, should I order 50 to 100? If I'm going to be doing this for the first time and you don't have your reseller certification, etc., order more than less, because it's your great first shot of getting, results and getting them in the mix. And then you can play it out. And once you sell out of them, you can go back and order more before they sell out. That's the whole thing. You got to factor that in too. They may sell out before you can order. And keep in mind, if they sell out, that just means that it's going to be more for the merrier. You can up the price for the product because there's going to be no competition, because they don't have them in stock. So you're going to come buy it from you instead of them. And so now I'm selling them for 25 bucks a pop instead of for 15. Okay. So I hope that information helps everybody. Okay, so it was great chatting with you both. Okay, I'm going to go back and I'm going to redo this webinar. Thanks so much for being on it, unless you don't have any questions. Okay, bye-bye. All right, everybody, I am going to redo this webinar for those of you whom missed out on it. And I'm going to be real short, brief, and succinct. I'm going to try to do it in 5 minutes, believe it or not. Listen, this DFY series, what I'm going to do is give you my own personal successful wholesale products that I've been able to buy, and it's in accordance with the Halloween season. We're doing the Minion Goggles Custom Glasses Sun Stashes. I've already sold close to a couple hundred of each of these. They're two sets. It's going to be the goggles, and it's also going to be the goggles with the little hat that makes you look more like a minion. Okay. This one I sold out of. I did very, very well. This is the one. The reason why you really want to get these is because this is the one that Sunstashes is not selling on their website, because they didn't buy a lot of them because they wanted to see how they would do. So they're not promoting these, okay, as of yet. So they're only selling them on Amazon. And like I said, I have sold out of mine right now. My next batch, I bought 500 of them in this order, will be coming back to me, will be delivered to me. It's supposed to be arriving here on Tuesday. Okay. They're $5 a pop. Okay. Why I know I'm almost guaranteeing you, not guaranteed, but almost guaranteeing you that they would do well, is because, quite frankly, Minions was the most popular summer children's movie. So we know, like last year, Frozen was the hit. This year's Minions. So anything Minions is going to sell this year during Halloween and also during Christmas. So you're getting a 2 for 1. Okay. Also, there are very few FBA sellers because you can only get sun stashes from one company. So there are very few prime sellers right now. We have, let's go look here. We have in this particular order, We've only got 6 sellers in here. Right now, the ranking is about 2,000, and we only got 3 FBA sellers. Okay. Um, and when I get these, I'm going to be planning on selling them for $14.77. Probably will sell them for a lot more once we get closer to the Halloween season. But I know this is going to sell well because right now it's a 2,200 Amazon bestseller ranking, and it's August. So when we get closer to Halloween, right now it's the school season. Parents are getting kids their school supplies. They're not thinking about Halloween. But after, Labor Day, everybody, the kids and parents are thinking about Halloween, and we're going to be selling these like hot cakes. They're already selling like hot cakes now. Okay. So we're prepared for that. So I have 2 of these options. This one here and this one here. And both of them are $5 a piece. Now, I will be doing the fulfillment for you. They will come to me. I'm going to need your username, password. I'm going to put them in for you. I do not want to get into the fulfillment business, or I don't want to do fulfillment butler. The only reason I'm doing this is a one-time only shot deal, is to give you a good opportunity to make money, because right now DFYs are not doing as well. You're only going to get 35% to 50%. In this case, to give you guys an opportunity to do very well and give you guys a great jump start, because of the fact that the economy has doing very well, and stores don't have to give you those great deals like they used to, because people are buying now. They have jobs. Okay. So I'm giving you the opportunity to get 200%, 150, 200% more for these items. I'm giving you some great sellers and great deals because that's just me. And I like to see my students succeed. Okay. So that's why I am doing this. So I'm only doing this a one-shot deal. So William wanted to know if he should do 500 to 100. I say I would shoot for that 100, because if you don't have your reseller certification right now and you can't call them up and place the order yourself, well, I'm giving an opportunity to do this for me. So this is making more work for myself and my team. So that's why I'm only doing a one-shot deal, because I'm trying to have a good Q4, and I'm going to focus all my energies of getting as much inventory into Amazon from September to December as possible, because we make 80% of our money during this time of the season for the whole entire year. Okay. Now, so it's these 2 options that you have. You can put down Minions yellow sunglasses. That means yellow for the little hat thingy they have there, or just the goggles, Minion goggles, and let me know. The ranking for the Minion goggles is at 2,000. The ranking for the Minion with the little hat, I call it, is a yellow hat, is going for head, is going for is 9,000 ranking. But the reason why in Prime it is back ordered right now. Only 2 people in Prime are selling it. Only 3 people in Prime are selling it for the goggles. So that's the only reason why I did very well. This ranking for these guys was down into the hundreds, like 400 or 500. And I sold out of mine in like, oh my God, was it 2 days, 3 days? Something like that. Okay, like I said, with these guys right here, this one right here, they're in the Sun Stashes is not even promoting it on their website. So right now they're just selling it to their wholesale folks right now. Okay, and they're getting a new batch in because now they have a hit on their hands. So you're in the best position to get a great deal. Okay. Now the other one I'm going to share with you is the in the beauty department are the instantly ageless, and they're going for $45 a box. You can sell them and make sell them for like 80 a piece for those. Make around about $20 for each one that you sell. Box, $15 to $20 for each one that you sell. Instantly ageless. You have to break them up and put them in packets, but they're consistent sales. They sell very well, and that's why I like them. Guaranteed sales. Every time I do that, I sell out of them on a monthly basis, and I do very, very well. But you would have to sign up as a distributor in order to be able to do that, and that's that as far as that's concerned. I'm doing the 7 stashes right now. I'm selling them FBA. I don't even think there is an FBA person that's selling it. Yep, not an FBA person. I'm the only one, and every time I go into right now, I don't have any in stock. Oh, it's 3 people. Okay, cool. They have 3 people already there. I'm selling mine for $11.77 a pop, and so we're doing well. And so basically $80 a box. You can do that. And also, I'm selling them internationally too. That's the other thing I like about them. They don't weigh very much. And I've made so far, selling these guys, I made quite a bit of change. Okay. But I did buy a lot, but I made about $20,000 doing these. Okay. And that's based upon how many I purchased. So don't, if you spend that money, you'll make that money. And that's the nature of the game. Okay. So anyway, I wanted to share that primarily with you, to give you guys a really cool jump start, to thank you so much for participating in this service, as far as DFYs are concerned. So if you're interested, definitely contact me via email, at fortunebyazon@gmail.com. Let me know how many you want. It's 50 cents for each one to fulfill the order for you. That's including labeling them, shipping them off, and also putting on the plastic bags on them, because they do have plastic bags. Plus, they um, have to have we're going to put on the suffocation warnings on those too. Okay, so that's a pretty good deal, I think. And that's it for each one. Okay. So, and like I said, I'm going to do all the work. All you have to do is go in and check your numbers and get paid, to make a long story short. All right. So I hope you appreciate what I'm sharing with you. This is short and sweet. I did a longer one, but apparently I did not push the record button. So I redid it, to get the point across, and I hope you got it. Okay. So that's the end of that. Anything else you guys want to discuss with me, please go to the Fortune by Azon, um, what is it called? A Facebook private mastermind group, and ask away, and we'll get you rock and rolling. I'm really back on board, and I am fully in the thrust of the business. I took a nice hiatus. The beautiful thing about this FBA business, I really did literally kind of skip out for the last 4 months, for health reasons, not just for vacation. And now I'm back ready to rock and roll and have a good Q4. And I want to wish you guys a better one. So thanks so much, and I look forward to chatting with you soon. Ilombo Money with Fortune by Azon. Bye bye for now.